But we can't make it seem like it's the same thing. We can't make it seem like it's not way worse for a woman to cheat because she's, like we talked about earlier, devaluing herself. That's what she's doing. Don't lose value unless he's a celebrity, an icon, a figure, something. He's not losing value, especially if no one finds. Now, a woman, whether people find out or she's a value, and it's going to affect her differently. And they have it.
Go ahead, brother Hank.
I might be the only man on this hill, and I'm probably gonna die on this hill. I don't mind doing it. This ain't the first or the last time, but a woman don't bring me peace. I'm sorry, ladies, y'all don't bring me peace. I get pleasure when I have sex with you. You know, you make me feel good every once in a while, but y'all don't bring me peace. Sitting on my deck, sipping on a tall glass of Arnold Palmer brings me peace. You know, reading a book or two, that brings me peace. You know, listen to some good soothing music brings me peace. But a woman, she don't bring me peace. She brings me chaos at times. I don't need that, but you know, I gotta love them. But as far as man, she needs to find peace. Yeah, it don't make sense to me. Look, I'm not gonna cheat if I'm getting a steady flow of ass. If I'm getting a steady flow of ass, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna step out. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But as soon as that flow of ass stops, well, now I may get tempted. I might have to get a wondering eye. I might start asking this question: what's going on? Why is the flow of ass being cut off? What's happening? What can we do to fix this? That's my answer.
Hey, so I would like to ask. This conversation is amazing. So, shout out to Hink on that on the steady flow. I think every wife needs to make sure that you incorporate a steady flow. Much respect, Hink. So here's what I think about this as well. So, men typically cheat for one of two reasons: recreation or for relief. Now, so if I'm looking at this question, if men cheat to find peace, I don't think men cheat to find peace. I think men will cheat if they find peace. See what I'm saying? So if a man is with a woman, and let's say he's with the kind of woman who doesn't appreciate his efforts, she doesn't show love and respect to him, and then he ends up finding a woman who gives him all these things, and they start having conversations, and she starts, soothing his ego. She starts, you know what I mean? She starts doing the things that just make him feel good as a man. Well, in finding that relief, that's where cheating happens, right? So I think no man goes in and says, you know what? I woke up this morning, put on his clothes and say, I'm gonna go find some peace. Let me go find these hoes. No man does that. But I think when he's not getting something and he's a decent man, I think that if he finds a woman who brings that peace, he might cheat with her. So I think that's the truth there.
Yeah, with that peace situation, I feel like I think what you're saying, Hank, like women don't make the peace, but in all honesty, like, have you ever lived with a joint that's just like real bad, like just won't stop nagging or shut up or just like really on it? If you able to get away from that and go somewhere else where you have peace, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? You can, even though the woman won't bring you peace, you're leaving a situation to a place where you have peace because this woman is just real chill, not getting on you and all of that. And it's completely different because the duties are different when you live with somebody and you have to pay bills together and raise children together. When you go see your side joint, it's just fun time. Y'all don't have to worry about nothing. There's no stress. So it's really not fair to compare the two. But when you have somebody that might be like that, I can see why somebody would be like, yo, I need peace. So your peace, your oasis could just be a room, like a den you have, a man cave or whatever, or whatever you have in your own realm, right? But then again, maybe you want companionship from a woman that can also at least enable that peace.
Trev, I just have a question though. Like, do you think it's the same cheating say if a guy, is talking to that girl regularly, and like he's going to do that, because she's more his piece or whatever, or he's seeking like that piece, versus him just going and smashing a girl and then just leaving, and like there's no emotional attachment at all. Because I just think that the woman would see it differently if you have like an emotional attachment to this person, like it's an affair, compared to if you're just going and just getting your dick wet and then leaving. So like that's where like I kind of I don't understand this question that much, because there's a line that should be drawn, I think, and it's like if you're going to a girl for her to beat your piece or something like that, I think that's like having an affair, and I think that's a bigger issue compared to just like you're not giving me sex and you're pissing me off, so I'm gonna go fuck this other girl, and then it doesn't mean anything. I'm not gonna text her. I'm not gonna talk to her additionally or nothing.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a difference, right? I don't condone cheating of any form, in all honesty, but I'm saying like people will cheat for different reasons. Like Sir Hale was talking about earlier, you have a lack of sex is a major one, right? So that's just going to make you go out and do what it do. Like Hank was talking about too. Like you're gonna do that, right? And that's one thing. But when you're around somebody for a very long time and you just can't, like, men do crave that emotional connection with the female, and because of the circumstances that they might have with the current female that they, their wife or their fiance, long-term relationship, whatever it is, they might not be able to get that. They might be tied up financially with them. They might have kids. Maybe they just want to do the bid and raise the children together, right? It could be a whole lot of reasons, because for a man to go ahead and get a divorce in America is pretty much financial suicide, and they'll weigh the options and they'll say, you know what? Damn, do I want to never have access to my kids again? Do I never want to see my children, like, or just go through these courts and then lose half my wealth, my 401k, my entire savings, house, everything else? And they might just say, no, I don't want to lose everything, so I'm not just going to leave and then destroy my entire life, right? And not see my children again. Or I could just go ahead, slide over here, do what it do, and still keep the situation and bear with it as long as they can. And a lot of men find themselves in that situation. I don't condone it. I think it's still wrong, but I'm just trying to break it down because we're asking for the reasons why men really go ahead and do that for the peace.
Yeah, but I don't see how cheating's gonna bring you peace, because I know none of you guys have never done it, but I have. I have cheated, and I'm not proud of it, but I have. And it brought me stress, headaches, gray hairs, and a lot of headaches, trying to cover up lies and deceit and all that shit. So I don't see anything peaceful about cheating.
That is 100%.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you this. I haven't done it in my current relationship, but I have experienced this. You might be with somebody who's rather annoying, and you might just want to get away, right? And you can get that peace from somewhere else if that woman is completely not like that. Somebody you could actually have a conversation with and everything else. Like I said, you shouldn't even be with a woman like that. You probably should just leave, right? But I'm just breaking down a reasoning, not condoning it. I'm just explaining why people do this, because this is a real thing. I know people who do this. I know people who've done this. And like I said, I've had situations where I'm like, man, I really do not want to be bothered with that right now.
Yeah.
Let me go see what's going on over here.
I think both of y'all are right. I was gonna say, I think both of y'all are right, because what it really is that, like, yeah, everybody's done it, before I was married. And really, when people want my spiel on how do you stay married without cheating, you got to now find women to be a hassle. You got to find cheating to be a hassle. That's really where I'm at with it. Women are messy. They're messy as hell, and I don't want the headache, right? So what it really is that when a woman, women are slick, because some women find married men very attractive, and or men who are taken, they find you to be very attractive. The reason y'all can get drawn to each other so easily is because you're looking at someone whom you're only dealing with in one way. That's it. I only know the good parts of you. You're always saying nice stuff. I don't know you outside of work or wherever venue I keep seeing you. We only have good conversations. These are not things to replace a real relationship. You will probably more than likely become just as much of a headache as the woman I currently live with if I start messing with you for real. That is what you actually have to go through to realize it, right? So I'm also with Hink on that side to say, all right, when you start doing it, which most of us have, oh, you said you just wanted to smash. I was just getting some head after work. Now you calling, you got my phone bright, buzzing in the middle of the night. What the hell do you want? So it does become a hassle after the fact, and it's not a peaceful process at all because those people, those girls can be just as much trouble